Welcome. Thank you for joining us for our family service and at-home exploration. For those of you who I haven't met, I'm the Reverend Amy Freedman. I serve as the Minister of Religious Education at First Parish in Concord.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dawn Van Patten, the Assistant Director of Religious Education. And at this time when we cannot gather safely together, we offer you this special time for us to connect.
Our theme this week is why we explore. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that life is a journey of discovery. We learn and grow from our everyday experiences, and we also find inspiration and wisdom from many sources, like religious teachings, science, the arts, great leaders, and our connections to nature.
I am grateful to be exploring with all of you. Our First Parish community offers us support, guidance, and connection. One of the symbols that we share with others in our Unitarian Universalist faith around the world and here close to home is our flaming chalice.
So please join us in our chalice lighting. You're welcome to find a chalice or a candle at home. Please find an adult to help you light it safely. And today, our chalice lighting is led by Hugh.
We are Unitarian Universalists, with minds that think, hearts that love, and hands that are ready to serve.
Thank you, Hugh. It is really good to be here with all of you in this moment. Actually, are we really here? Are we here? I mean, I know our bodies are here, but what about our minds? Is your mind still at breakfast? Is it a little bit behind thinking about what you ate? Or maybe are you wondering if the socks you put on this morning were the right choice? Let's take a few minutes. Let's help our minds catch up with our bodies. You know when there's a countdown before a rocket lifts off? Let's do that, but the opposite. Let's count down to guide our minds in for a gentle landing so it can be here with our bodies right now in the present moment. All right, so sometimes when things re-enter the atmosphere, there's a little bit of turbulence. So let's just start by shaking off a little energy. Just shake yourself out. Little turbulence, you're re-entering the atmosphere. All right, back in the atmosphere. Now, our minds are coming in for a landing. We're going to count down from 5. Are you ready? All right. You can do this seated or you can stand up. Here we go. Let's start with 5 shoulder rolls. Rolling forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 side bends. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 knee bends, kind of like you're kicking a soccer ball. Ready? 1, 3 on each side. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now 2 gentle foot stomps. Ready? Pick your feet up and put them down. 1, 2. And now 1 deep breath. We're going to do it with raising our arms. Ready? Inhale and exhale. There you go. You have landed.
Now that we've had a chance to breathe and stretch, I invite you to take a seat and get comfy. I'm going to tell you a story. This story has been told for so long that no one remembers the first person to tell it. I discovered it in this book, 100 Wisdom Stories from Around the World, that was compiled by Margaret Silf. And before I tell the story, I want to mention one thing. The main character is a pilgrim. Now, when I say pilgrim, you might picture in your mind's eye one of the New England settlers that we often talk about around Thanksgiving. You might picture a man with a sturdy hat, or a woman with long skirts and an apron. However, when I say pilgrim, I am not talking about the New England settlers. A pilgrim also means a person who sets out on a spiritual journey, a person who is on a religious quest. That's the kind of pilgrim I'm talking about. And so you can picture someone who's dressed like I am, or someone who's dressed like you are, or maybe someone in your family, or a friend, or a neighbor. Once upon a time, a pilgrim set out on a long journey in search of peace, joy, and love. The pilgrim walked for many weary miles, and time passed. Gradually, the lively steps became more labored. The pilgrim passed through landscapes that were not always happy ones. There was war. There was sickness. Through quarrels and rejections and separations. A land where it seemed that the more people had, the more warlike they became, the more they seemed to fight and attack each other. But one morning, the pilgrim came to a little cottage on the hill, and it was as though it was lit up from the inside. And inside the cottage, there was a little shop. And behind the counter, there was a shopkeeper. And there was an air of timelessness about the place. "What would you like?" asked the shopkeeper in a kindly voice. "What do you stock here?" asked the pilgrim. "Oh, we have all the things that you most long for. Just tell me what you desire." The pilgrim hardly knew where to begin. So many desires came flooding to his mind. "Oh, I want peace for my family, in my native land, and the whole world. I want to make something good with my life. I want those who are sick to be well again. I want those who are lonely to have friends. I want the hungry to have enough to eat. I want everyone in the whole world to live in freedom. I want this world to be a kingdom of love." There was a pause while the pilgrim reviewed his shopping list, and gently the shopkeeper broke in. "I'm sorry," came the quiet reply. "I should have explained. We don't supply the fruits here. We only supply the seeds." That's the end of my story. Deep in your heart, what do you long for? If you ever came across this little cottage that seemed to glow from the inside, what would you ask for? This story touches on so many of the things we want for our world: peace, freedom, harmony, especially during this pandemic when so many are sick. We wish for good health for our loved ones and for the whole world. And even though we cannot be together at First Parish, we need one another more than ever. I believe in you. Your life is a blessing. And at the same time, our world is experiencing big changes and challenges. You are experiencing big changes and challenges. I am experiencing big changes and challenges. As Unitarian Universalists, we do not have all the answers, but we explore together because we believe that each one of us has something important to contribute to this life. We are enriched in relationship to one another. The seeds of spiritual understanding can be found right now in your heart. And so there are many ways to access that, but I'm going to offer you just one. At the end of your day with a grown-up or a sibling, I encourage you to share one thing from your day that you're grateful for. One thing from your day that you wish you had done differently. And one wish or hope for tomorrow. So once again, one thing that you're grateful for, one thing that you wish you had done differently, and one thing that you hope for tomorrow. Why do I encourage you to do that? Because I believe that there is great wisdom to be found in your daily experience if you take time to reflect on it. If you take time to set an intention for the next day, positive change is possible, especially when you take time to share with another person. As Unitarian Universalists, we may not have all the answers, but we believe in the importance of asking questions, looking for answers, sharing with one another, supporting one another, and taking action. And that's why we're offering this family service and resources for you to explore with your family. Blessed be.
As Unitarian Universalists, we value exploration and curiosity. Questions are seeds.
And that's part of that spiritual journey we're on together. It's part of our Unitarian Universalist principles that we are on a search for truth and meaning, and that we support one another in our spiritual growth.
Some of life's big questions that we consider together are, how did life begin?
Does God exist?
Why do bad things happen?
How am I connected with everything else?
Do I have a soul?
What happens when we die? There are many questions, big ones like these that people have often explored. But we want to know what questions you are most interested in exploring, both in our family services and through at-home resources and other programs. So please let us know what questions, traditions, themes, ideas you'd like to explore together.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brendan Ferrari, your Children's Choir Director. I wanted to thank you for making me feel so welcome as I begin my time here at First Parish. I also wanted to invite you to join Children's Choir. We meet virtually at 11:30 on Sundays, and whether you've been in the choir before or not, we'd love to have you. Today, we'll be singing Love Will Guide Us. I invite you all to join in with me. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from free to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
This week, we are excited to share with you a UU listening fortune teller. This was created by Sadie Kahn Green, who is the Director of Faith Formation at the UU Church of Nashua, New Hampshire.
It was so nice of Sadie to share this with us. You'll be able to download your own copy, and there are detailed instructions about how to fold it. Younger children might need the help of a grown-up or an older sibling for folding.
Once you've cut it out and folded, it looks like this. Maybe you have made fortune tellers before. The fun thing about this one is that the numbers inside relate to our Unitarian Universalist principles. She's even included the 8th proposed principle. We work for diversity and against racism.
And when you open a flap, there's a question like, what is important to you? Or what's your favorite place to go in nature and why? And more. I don't want to give it away. I hope that you have fun playing with it at home with your family.
Thank you for joining us today. Let's join in our benediction.
Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings. Our service is over, but our exploration has just begun. Please subscribe to our family service email list to receive resources to continue exploring at home. The link is in the description of this video. If you're watching this live streamed, our 10 o'clock service will be starting shortly.